Alright, I'm going to put you there. Hopefully you can see those. Can you see that? It's the wrong way, isn't it? Alright. Got my vessel out on the roads, because the roads are shipping lanes. There's a left lane and a right lane, and you want to be in the right lane, don't you? Oh no, I'm in the left lane at the moment. You want to be in the right lane. And there's islands in the middle of those roads, and they can create obstructions. They're objects in the middle of the road, aren't they? So you've got to object. You've got to watch those objections, especially if you get caught. You've got to learn about objects and obstacles. And as they say, there are no problems, only solutions. And that means money. Wow. Well, something of worth, something of value, and something that costs you. And that all depends on you, isn't it? So here I am out on the roads. A few people about too, actually. So, for all yous in Nelson and around Nelson, I urge you, coming down and exercise your bubbles, because it's a beautiful day. Good day to raise the dead. We're on the seas, folks. It's piracy. Remember that? What's the law of the sea? Piracy. Rape, pillage, and plunder. And that's exactly what's going on, folks. Rape, pillage, and plunder. But you don't quite see. Do you see? And you'll give it a wave. Give it a wave. Give it a wave as it slips away from you. Because you haven't learned how to navigate your vessels in stormy waters. And we're in stormy waters, folks. Actually, we're in the eye of the storm at the moment. This moment is momentous and entails something to do with movement. So let's get moving. Let's get our vessels going forward. The foreboard, the wards before us. Are they war dens? Are they dens of war? Are they ranting? I'll bet they're ranting about war. Because they send you a war rant, don't they? They summons you from the dead, don't they? Who gets summons, folks? The dead. And it's from the magistrate, because it's straight out magic. Words are magic. Make no mistake. They are truly magic and empowering. And they're yours. It's beautiful. They're yours to use. But don't abuse them, will you? Don't abuse those words of power, those platforms of power and energy and vibration. Don't abuse them, because AB in the front of a word means negative. And that means not, like abnormal is not normal. And this is not the norm, folks. Welcome aboard. So use, abuse. You want to use those things. You don't want to abuse them, do you? You don't want to not use them. Oh, is that what that means? Let's dispel a few codes, shall we? Because they're all encoded. They tell you that right in front of your face. They tell you about the codes, don't they? You need keys to unlock codes, don't you? Just like you need a key to get in your door. And you think you've got all the keys, don't you? But you've got to pick them up, folks. Get off your seat and put them in the friggin' door to open, don't you? Got to open the lock. Because you're all locksmiths, aren't you? You'll think you're pretty clever. You're a cleaver. What are you cleavering? Ah, you're cleavering the door open. Did you know that Pope is a Latin word that means door? And cardinals are his hinges. Go look it up. I'd love to be proven wrong. Someone, please tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, so we're travelling on the high seas, on the highways, on the water. Where's the water, folks? Where is the water? The water is on the land, isn't it? What's beneath the water? Oh, Norm, it's the land. That's the terra firma, is the land. So let's get back on the land, the whenua. And you're all tanga ta whenua, aren't ya? Got the tongue of the whenua? Is that what that means? Best you get your tongues flapping, folks, because it's time to speak up and speak out with respect and innerspect and perspect and respect again. Get your spectacles on, wipe your eyes. Welcome aboard. Oh, Teddy's pretty happy about it all too, aren't you, mate? Let's go teddy hunting, shall we? Lovely jubbly. It's a beautiful day. It's a good day to die, someone said somewhere sometime. G'day, matey. Way you go, Ted. Go on. Get out there. You know how to do it, don't you? Four-legged little creature. So again, we've got the tools on board. We're captains of our ship. We're chiefs. I haven't got a Māori chief. I would like to have a Māori chief's head. Maybe I have. And didn't know it. And I've got the Book of the Law. Book of the Law, folks. Now, as I said before, I'm not a religious man, because I don't like to be bound once, let alone twice, because that's what religion means. To re-legion. Re means to do again, and legion is to bind. I don't wish to be bound again. What'd you say, bud? My stick fell over. Oh, I left my stick here yesterday. You think I left it behind on purpose, but I left it here keeping guard, actually. Yeah. It was. So we'll get the Book of the Law and we'll hold on to it. We won't let it go, because that's what they do when you're caught, isn't it, folks? They give you the book to swear upon, and you swear upon the book because you want to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And then they take that book away from you, don't they? They take the law away from you. When the judge says, oh, you've breached this law and that law, and I'll go, hey, what page is that on, man? Wait a minute, what page is that on? I'll have a look. Let me check that. Oh, I'm not so familiar with it all, but I get the gist of it. Right, let's just see who's out there, eh? I'm in the hood. We're in the hood. We're in the hood. Amongst all the trees of the land. The rauko whenua, is it? The wood of the land, I don't know. We're in the woods. We're all trees. We're all trees in the woods. We can't see the forest for the trees. Something about that. We're in the logarithms again. Wow, this is beautiful, folks. This is just stunning. Undescribable. Indescribable. Scribes, the scribs, aren't they? Scribe things. That's why you have scripture. Scripture, the script. The script's a play, it's an act, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute, who's acting? Who's in the play? Oh, it might be you. Maybe it's you that's got front row seats in the play, folks. Hey, maybe it's you that's writing the script. Are you the author of your rights? The writ? The authority of your rights? Are you? Ah, good. That's good. Here we are on the tree. This is the poplar tree. The popular tree. Whoa, stunning. You want to find God? There he is. Did you see him? Oh, you just missed him. Oh, you got to be quick. Got to be real quick. Sometimes you get a little bit knotted, you know. Have knots, want knots. All those knots you get tied up with. Oh yeah, knots get tied up, don't they? Oh. Knots can make a noose too, can't they? Give a man enough fucking rope. Oh, try not to swear. Oh, it's on the Bible. It's all right. I'm forgiven. You know. Is that my dog? Teddy? Oh no, there he is. How you doing? Having a good day. Beautiful day, isn't it? It's good to see you out. You're looking lovely. That's all it is. It's easy. It's pretty easy, folks. It's not too hard. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. So yeah, at the base of the tree again, getting down to the root of things. Getting grounded, you know, getting into the earth again. I'm going to go over it again because it's like advertising, you know. You need to hear these things 3 or 4 times. It's like, you know, trying to punch information into a computer or whatever it is, however it goes. We're all computers, aren't we? Programs. We download all sorts of beliefs, don't we? We experience all sorts of things. Oh, that's your program. That's the program you're running to. You're running a program. Oh, don't go running away. Don't go running. Because look, everything's around you. It's all about you, in fact. It's all about you. It's all about you. Isn't it? It's all about me. It's all about me. Sure. Are you sure? Are you on terra firma on the shore? Or are you in the water? Are you operating in commerce? Hey, there's the old flower. You got balls and you got flowers. The males and the females. But they're all together. See how they're all planted together there? All waving together in harmony. Harmonic. I'm still trying to figure that one out, actually, folks. Harmonious, harmonic. My daughter's name's Monica. Just for some useless information for you. Well, no information's actually useless. But information's like, so I do a bit of gold mining too. I like gold mining, digging for gold. I'm a bit of a miner. Because if you don't mine, it won't matter. That's how that works. So you've got to go digging for mine. It's like blockchain. They have miners, don't they? Oh, I wonder what that's all about. Anyway, here we are. We keep coming back to the tree. Why do we keep coming back to the tree? These lovely 3 trees. This is a triune. Ah, it's a triune. Ah, we have a lovely audience. Can you hear the audio? Let's just be silent for a minute and listen. Did you hear that? That was you. That was you that heard that. You a herd? You in the herd? Oh, you're part of the cattle. Oh, you'd be stocking the game, wouldn't you? Got to have stock in the game, folks. Hey, meat in the game, isn't that how it works? Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Oh, you stock. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder whose interest it is. They charge interest on stock, don't they? Oh, that's interesting. Meat in the game, folks. You meat in the game? You got your meat in the game? Hey, you know what the game is? The game's rigged, folks. The tables are tilted. The dice are stacked. Oh no, it's the cards that are stacked, aren't they? Stack those cards. Teddy, don't you go too far. You go too far. It's like your kids, eh? It's like your kids. You don't want them going too far from the root of the tree. And the tree, you know, you can always tell a tree by its fruit, can't you? That's interesting, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? So we're back to the trees again. Trees are all different. We might just branch out today and go out on a limb, shall we? Get back to the log. The logarithms. Oh, the rhythms of the log. Oh, that's interesting. Why is it the rhythms of the log, Norm? Oh, because it's a numbers game. Figure that one out. Because numbers are all about figures, aren't they? Oh, go figure. Fancy that. That's funny, isn't it? Wonder how that works. Right, I'm going to say good day to a few people. Who's in here? Who we got? Who we got at the table today for food? Who's hungry today for food? Food for thought. Food for thought. That makes you think, doesn't it? Ah, think. Ink's in there, isn't it? Oh, you're going to sign something. Come signatories to something, are you? Oh, good on you. Jump on board. Take whatever you want from the table because it's a smorgasbord. It's a beautiful smorgasbord. It's made of wood. It's a board. Of course it's a board. It's made of wood. Makes sense, doesn't it? You would. I would. We all would. We all like a good feed, don't we? Like a good feed, and we can pick what you want from the table of food. Whatever takes your fancy, you know. If something doesn't take your fancy, move along to the next piece of pizza or chicken wing or whatever it is that your palate fancies. Because you're an artist, aren't you? You're pretty arty. Artists have palates, don't they? That's something for you to contemplate about, isn't it? Just contemplate on that for a minute. Oh, temples. I have temples. Oh, temples. Where are my temples? Oh, inside of my brain. Oh, is that my temple? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, fancy that. Contemplate. Oh, temples on my plate. Oh, is it a con? Something funny going on. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's got something to do with the law, I think, and words. Words and how they get us all tangled up and divided and separated. Division, you know. Oh, we're back to the maths again. It's all about numbers, isn't it? Oh, division. Oh, I hated division in school. School, eh? School. Shh. What's school? It's shh. It's shh. It's S-H. Shh. Shh. And cool. Ooh, it sounds pretty cold. So it's be quiet and just, you know, contract. Because when you're cold, you contract, don't you? You get contractions again. Oh, ask any mum about contractions and they'll tell you that they're pretty painful. I don't know about you folks, but school was not a very nice experience for me. All it taught me is how dysfunctional our society is. I could see right away, as soon as I went to school, they start boxing you into A class, B class, C class, D class. Pigeonholing you, mate. Because you're there for an education, aren't you? You're there to be educated. And then you'll graduate. You'll get graduation. And so, graduation's gradual indoctrination. Oh, yeah, now I've got all the pieces of paper that say I'm a textbook idiot. Oh, now I've got the credentials. Credit. Oh, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Has my credit been dented there? What's happening there with that word, Norm? Oh, see, it's all about spells and spelling, folks, and that's what's going on. This is all in a state of anxiety because the language you've been given is designed to do that. It's very clever. Excuse me. We all know about, you know, all the New World Order conspiracies. We know all about them. The 5G, the EMFs, you know, what is the chemtrails, the fluoride, the chlorine. Oh, yeah, anyone tasting the chlorine in today's water? The council's gone and put a whole shitload of chlorine in there and it just stinks as soon as it comes out the tap. I'm glad we bought a heap of water in bottles. It'll run out. I'll let me tap run for... I don't know, it's just not, it's ridiculous. Go have a look what chlorine does to all your organs. Oh, why are they called organs, Norm? Oh, they're organs. Oh, they're organic, aren't they? Organs. What organs do, Norm? Oh, they make sound. Oh, what's your tune? Are you in a tune? Are you in atonement? Are you? Are you at the core of us, the chorus? Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds lovely. Oh, let's get in harmony. Be harmonious, shall we? Music is sound, sound's vibration, words are sound. In the beginning was the word. Oh, that sounds funny. In the beginning was the word. Do you know what came before the word? Image. Image came before the word. I see. It's an image. Images are very, very powerful. They work on a subliminal level. That means below threshold, folks. Below your conscious ability to be able to read them. Subliminal. That's like the flower. When I show you guys a flower, you know, it's saying nothing, but look what you're picking up from it. Look what you're picking up from it. Do you feel the vibration? That's you. That's you reflecting on that picture. It picked you. It's your picture, isn't it? You're the artist of your palette, are you not? Ah, what is your medium there, Norm? Oh, maybe it's paint. Maybe it's stone. Maybe it's musical instrument. Maybe it's words. You know? whatever it is, whatever brush you pick up, mate, you paint it. Let's not all get tarred by the same brush though, eh? Let's not do that, man. Let's be captains of our own ships, eh? Let's all be aware, awake, in tuned, and in chorus. That sounds good, eh? Right. Oh, well, have a look at this. Who's here? Ah, g'day, Sharon, hello for Aspinall, how are you? Love ya. Peter Jones, good to see you in here, buddy. Robin Peters, thanks for joining us. Christine, Romy, Darlene, Darcy, cheers for tuning in, guys. Michelle Louise, Marie Leaf, David Creel, Craig Anderson. Hey, how you doing, guys? Stephen, Ray Luthris, Jamie, Egal Kitchen, is it? Jason, how you doing, guys? Good to see us. Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. We're all together. Is that a joint? You're sharing a joint out there? Yeah, we're in the same joint, aren't we? We are. We're all in the same joint. That's good. Let's all get together and say hi. It's just a herb in it, folks. Just like your sage and your, you know, lavender and whatever it is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We've allowed, you have allowed things to get so far away from your centre, from the trunk. Where's your stature? Is your stature tall? Is your trunk strong? Have you got good roots and good grounding? Are you stable? Can you endure the storms and the winds? Are you branching out? Are you leaving the trunk? Are you exploring? And growing and expanding, because that's what it does. It expands you and makes you grow. And that's only done through insight, isn't it? You know, if you don't go in, you will go without. But what you focus on, and what you pick up on, and the things that pop into your mind are for you. They're your jewels. That's your gold. That's your space. Everyone plays the same music, don't they? They play the same notes. What's the difference? Do you know what the difference is in all the notes and the music that people play? The difference is the space in between the notes. The space in between the notes. Because it's interspaced. It's like you want to get, you know, people talk about meditation and da-da-da-da. You want to meditate, here's the easiest way you can do it. Listen to the space between your heartbeats. Try that. Try that as a meditation tool. Very easy. Very, very easy. Sit quietly. Choir. If you want to be choir, you know, choir in the harmony, in your own harmony, in your own space. We're all space travellers, aren't we? But spaced out at the moment. We're moving through space and time. Oh, we're time travellers and space travellers. So it's all about your perspective. The way you look at things. This tree can be viewed from many different angles and many different sides. No view is irrelevant. None of you are irrelevant. You need to get good grounding, dig your roots in, branch out a little bit. Don't leave the trunk though, will you? Because it all stems from you, doesn't it? The stems. See what they do? See what they do? They provide an umbrella and a shade and a space for other things to come through. See, there's space here for these other things to come through. And they're all branching out. They're all growing. Some are not. But they're all branching out, look. And all those ones above, they're all leaving a bit of room for these leaves here to get their fair share. And this one's not getting all of it, but this one is, so he's got a different view. He's getting a different perspective. But this guy over here, he's a bit shaded at the moment, but maybe as the sun moves round and the wind comes up, he'll get his piece of sunlight. He's just biding his time. Just hanging around. Knowing that he's part of something bigger, even though he might leave. Oh, Teddy, you little ratbag, come here. Sorry about that, mate.
Nah, all good.
If you stay still, I'll get him. Probably because you've got something in your hand. You probably.
Ah, the old. I was wondering if it was the old tennis ball thing.
Yeah, he thinks you got it. No, I think you got bloody something for him to eat. I'd say, get out of it, you little ratbag. So you might go out in the field, eh? So we get out in the field of energy. Let's get out in the field of energy, folks. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for expansion. What have we got? Oh, Teddy, get out of it, mate. Give it a rest. Teddy, come here. Bloody ratbag. Give it a stick. Give that stick. Come on.
I might be my best friend for only 5 minutes.
Get out of there, you little shit. Go on, get. Actually, he's getting feisty with people here because I haven't taken him for his little journey. We adjourn, don't we? Oh, what was that about? Is there an adjournment? We journey around the park, around the field. So let's go for a wee journey around the field, shall we? Oh, I need to make a drink. Thanks for joining us, guys. Oh, I did get it today. It's a beautiful day to be out in the field. Oh, is that bloody dog again? Come here! Oh, shivers. Oh, look, see, I've got my piece of cake there. It's funny saying that one, eh? Can't have your cake and eat it too. It's just absolutely ridiculous. If I bake a cake, mate, I want to eat it. I don't know where that comes from. I'm going to go and rescue my dog. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Hope you're all good out there. What's happening, guys? We are sharing as we listen to you speak. Thanks, Craig. Awesome. Awesome stuff, dudes. Jason's watching. Oh, mate, you're starting to drive me a little bit crazy. Starting to put me outside my comfort zone. Oh, buddy, what is it? Teddy, get back here. Oh, mate. Get here. Get out of here. Get out of here, you rat. Get out. He's going to go back again. Right, you're going in the car. That's it. You're going in my autonomous mobility device. Right, they might have given up. Oh, we're out in the field. Woo, feels good too. Feels open. Oh, Teddy, don't you dare. You little shite. If you just stay still there, mate, I'm going to grab him. Just wait there, I'll grab him.
He's not bothering me though.
No, he's kind of...
He's not bothering me.
Yeah, but it's his behaviour that I don't like. It's not... But I appreciate that. Teddy, get here. Oh, you little shit. Come here, Teddy, get a snacko. Come on. Oh, I tell you. Maybe this time. Oh, you little shit. Ay. Animals, eh? We'll be a bit animal sometimes, can't we? Get a bit four-legged. Oh, we're out, and he's got me out in the field anyway, which is what he wanted, I think. Oh, it's good too. Field's good. Feels good, doesn't it? Righto. I'll get back to base and start a bit more corridor for you. A bit more talking. You guys got any questions? Anything? Are you getting out in your parks, are you? Are you doing something about uniting? Because we've got to be united, don't we? In common causes. Then we have common unity, don't we? Have a bit of community. Oh, that's another biblical term, communion. Oh, that's a good thing. Have a bit of communion. Communicate. good. Still out there, as long as he stays out there, we're all good. How you doing there, David? You right? Good to see you down here. Thanks for that heads up earlier, appreciate that. Water of life.
Yes.
Got to be done. 70% liquid, aren't we? Liquidity. Liquid. Water. Oh, it's bloody lovely. Very refreshing. Ooh, to freshen up again. To refresh. Righto. Well, I thought I was going to get hassled today. I thought because apparently the cops were down here earlier on having a bit of a look around. Doesn't really worry me though. Doesn't really worry me in the least. I'm gonna pop my sign out. Pop my sign out. Just give everyone a bit of a message. Bit of a message there. Bit of love. Get a bit of love out there. Exercise it. Gotta exercise that stuff, eh? Exercising's good. We like exercise. Gets the old body of things moving. Everybody, not just somebody or one body. It's everybody. Your body. You're somebody, aren't you? Righto. I might get some gear on here. I won't go over that one today. I think we did that one last time. We covered that. Oh, I want to get that too, actually. So I'm going to go and park up out in the field of energy. And we'll stay in the Wairua. We'll stay in the Wairua and the flow of things. The energy fields. Jingles of the bells. Right, I think we're pretty good. Right, we might wander out in the field and see what comes out, eh? Oh, right, I've got to take my stick. Oh, I'll leave my sign here actually, shall I? I might leave my sign here. Leave my sign here. Take my book and my stick and we'll go for a wander. Kōrero is like teach, you know, it's teaching to each in their own. You can own the teaching on your ship and then you'll have ownership because it's all about your vessel, isn't it? Your vessel. We've all got vessels, haven't we? Navigating the seas of life, stormy waters, sometimes calm waters. We're all part of the water. Queen likes the water. Queen likes the water because she reigns. She reigns. Doesn't she at the moment? She's reigning. I think she is. I don't know what she reigns on. When you rain on things, you dampen things down, don't you? Too much raining is a flood. Oh, shivers. A flood of liquidity. Sounds good, no? Sounds good. I like a flood of liquidity. Oh, this is a lovely spot. Are we scented? I think we're pretty scented. Actually, I'm always pretty scented. Don't go too far from the centre. Because it's central to things, isn't it? It just makes sense. Not dollars and cents, you know. Like your other senses all make sense. And like I say, you know, apparently the police were around here earlier on circling the pen. Pigs were circling the pen. I don't mean to be denigrate, the police, the policy enforcement officers, because that's all they're doing. They're just enforcing the policies, and that's legislation, which is rules and regulations, acts and statutes. Oh, what are they, Norm? What's an act? Oh, an act's like a play, isn't it? Oh, yeah, so there's all actors in those plays. Oh, yeah, they're paid actors, those ones too, actually. They're all paid, those actors. That's theatre, isn't it? If you're in a play, it's theatre. It's theatre. It's normal theatre. They call war a theatre, don't they? It's a theatre of war. Oh, they're ranting about war again. Is that a warrant? Oh, is that a warrant? Oh, bugger. I might have been caught. But then you can have a hearing. It's good to have a hearing, eh? Because you want to be heard then. Because then you're here. You're in the present, aren't you? You're present if you have a hearing. Because you're here. That makes sense, doesn't it? It just makes sense. Not dollars and cents, again, as I say. It's not about money. It's not all about money, is it? Oh, well, it might be, actually, if you start looking into it. Do you see how that rolls? That's how that rolls. It's all about the money, isn't it? That's what the value, that's where all the value is, isn't it? Money. Money's monarchy, isn't it? Oh, monarchy. Oh, wait a minute, what's that there? Monarchy's one. What's going on there? One what? One monarch? Ark. Oh, we're back in that ark. Is that an Ark of the Covenant? Oh, there's an ark. What's an arch? Is it an arch or an arc? Oh, what's an arc, Norm? Oh, that's when you're welding and you get a spike of electricity going from one to the other. That's what an arc is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's two. Bit of energy being conveyed there. Is there conveyance going on? Shit, are we back in the law again? Oh, we are. Of course we're in the law. We all have in-laws, don't we? I'm trying to put my blanket up while I'm yakking to you. And I'm not having much luck. Wait a minute, I'm going to put you down. I'll put you up. There we go. I don't mind putting up with this for a little bit. I can put up with a lot, really. I don't like being put down, though. Make no mistake about that. You don't want to mistake that, eh? Take that and miss it. You know, it's all about the words, the wards, the ward dens, the dens of wards. Wards. You're born in a ward too, aren't you? Were you born in Ward 1 or Ward 2? Was that back ward or forward? Oh, it might be inward. No, mate, that was outward. Because if you don't go within, you go without, don't you? Oh, shivers, I've forgotten one thing. Oh, wait a minute. Well, you know, I've probably forgotten lots of things, but one I can just recall. But if I recalled it, I haven't actually forgotten it, eh? I wonder how that works. See, that's one of those discordant things, you know? Like your nose runs and your feet smell. I mean, how does that work, mate? And when a house is burning down, it's raised. Eh? Don't we raise our kids? Oh, shit, wait a minute. Is that to do with childhood? Oh, there's a bit of hoodwinking going on there. Oh, we've been hoodwinked. Been told to stay in our neighbourhoods, haven't we? What's a hood do? It covers your face and eyes, you know? Oh, hooded up. Oh, hoodie. Oh, good, all the boys wear the hoodies. It's all cool. Oh, yeah, it's cold, all right, because you're covering up your face. What's your face? Oh, it's a face. It's a facet, isn't it? Your face is a facet. What else has facets, folks? Ah, diamonds. Diamonds have facets, don't they? All sorts of different facets. And it depends which face you're looking or showing. Depends on what you see. Oh, we're back in the bloody water again. Bugger. Oh, drowning in the water. It's unfathomable. Because it's so deep. The fathoms. Excuse me. Anyone got any questions out there? What's happening out there? I'll stop here on the shade. See who's doing what. What's happening, guys? Everything. Oh, yeah, I know that. And this is the funny thing, folks. People say, you ring someone, hey, what are you doing, mate? He's, nothing. What's this load of bullshit? Oh, they lied to you straight away. Now, what kind of friends lie to you? Because when you're not doing nothing, how can you be doing nothing? That's no thing. You're a thing, aren't you? Oh, I hope so. I hope you think you're a thing. Or something. Anything, actually. Hey, what thing? Oh, think. Oh, I better think about that. Just wait a minute, no, let me think about that. Let me contemplate that in my temples. Oh, if you don't mind, it won't matter. Oh, what's he saying? Is that doublespeak? Is that political language? Oh, you should have been a politician. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, politics. Poly's many, isn't it? Many. Ticks, what are they? They're a blood-sucking creature. It attaches itself to your head, doesn't it? Isn't that what polyticks do? Oh, I don't know whether I'd be like to get involved in that, actually. Be quite honest. Because I've got honour. I'm an honourable man. Oh, that old magistrate, the guy, the old judge, hey, he's the honour, isn't he? He's got honour, has he? Oh, you all call him honour, your honour. Who's honour? Who's on what? Who's on who? Oh, he's on her. Who's honour? He ain't got no honour. He's a magistrate, folks. He's straight out magic. And he's casting the spells. Casting all the spells of legalese. Which looks like English, sounds like English. And is even sometimes spelt like English. But believe me, that is not English. It's like Chinese or Japanese or Portuguese or chimpanzees, you know. It's just it's another language. It's a whole another language. Dialect, isn't it? A dialect. Oh, lecturing about dyers. Oh, interesting. What other dyers out there? Dyers of the soul. What do they call them? Oh, they're soul dyers. Soul dyers, aren't they? Soldiers. Oh, they're soldiers, soul dyers. Oh, my goodness me. Are they souls dying? Or are they dyeing other people's souls? And what kind of dye do you put in your hair, ladies? Oh, hair dye. Oh, think about that toxic word. Hair dye. Hair. You're here, aren't you? Dyeing. Oh, and what is a dye, people? What's a dye? Oh, it's a colour, isn't it? It's a hue. The hue of man. Is that the colour of man that you're dyeing there? Oh, no, it's colour of law, Norm. It's the colour of law. Oh, what law? Oh, pretty simple rules out there, isn't there? See, I'm not a religious man, like I say again. But this is the Bible, you know, it's by. Well, see that word by. Oh, something came out of it, man. Oh, something came out of that. Anyway, so we got Bible. See those first two letters there? Where are we? The bi, that means two, like bicycle and bipedal. Bi as a prefix to a ward is the word bi means two, as I said, bicycle and bye. Oh, bye. 2 times 2 is 5. 2 times 2 is 5. It's 1984. What time are we in? What timey? Timey to what? Timey to who? Timey to that. Timey. You wear a necktie, don't you, when you go to work? Cuffs and a collar. Cuffs and a collar and a necktie. Ooh, sounds a bit like a slave, doesn't it? You go and get your wage too, don't you? Your wage. And you earn. What you earn, folks? You put dead ashes in the urn, don't you? Hey, what are you earning? Oh, shivers. I gave you the Latin definition of the word dollar the other day. You earn dollars, don't you? What's the definition of the word dollar? Pain. Oh, is it pain? Shit. That doesn't sound too good. What's the word job mean, folks? Job. You go to your jobs, don't you? You love your job. What's your job? Job. Oh, what's Job? Oh, did Job get persecuted? Ah, he did. That's why the Hebrew word, Job, means persecuted. You see what's happening? You see, you're all under spell. You've all been spellbound. Because that's binding, isn't it? When you're bound. Ah, binding. Ah, that's interesting. Pages. You have pages, don't you? What are pages, folks? What are pages? Weren't they the little boys that brought information to the king? He would send his page out and he would come back and he would send one of his pages out to the north. Out to the north. And out to the east. And out to the west. And then way down south. To the bounds. Because he was binding. The bounds of his territory. His earth, his terror. So he was bound, and he would send pages out. And they would come back with information. And you need information to be in formation, don't you? Well, I do anyway. For me, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. This is only ramblings of not the norm, if you like. You can put it in the junk box or whatever you want to do. I've got no control over what you do. The only thing I have any control over is myself. Oh no, I can only speak for me. So where were we? Job, persecuted. Ah, the persecuted. Oh, they love their jobs. Oh, they love working, worshipping the king. Oh, we're working. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shivers. Oh, don't like the sound of that. What king? Whatever king you want, mate. Whatever idol it is you look up to. Here's a suggestion. Go and have a look in the mirror. Go have a look in that mirror. You might reflect a little on the reflection. Because remember, ION at the end of wards, the suffix at the end of wards ION is ion. Oh, is it a contract? I'm on board. Oh, I'm on board something. What board? Oh, above board? Are we above board? You want to be above board because then you're the master of your ship. You're on deck, aren't you? Then you're close to the mast. That's why you're the master of your ship. You can navigate your waters. Navigate the seas of commerce. Commerce. It's all commercial, isn't it? You have commercials on TV that advertise things to you 3 or 4 times in 5 minutes or whatever it is. I don't watch TV. I've done a lot of time deprogramming rather than reprogramming. Oh, and reprogramming, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, evaluating, actually. Evaluating the value. Ah, I'm looking at the value of things. So I've evaluated lots. Oh, yes, so yes, news. We all need news. News is information. North, east, west, south. The King's territory. His boundaries. Where he's bound. Let's let you think about that for a minute. For whom the bell tolls, those bells. For whom the bells toll. Interesting how churches had organs. They all had organs in the old days. Because they were onto it. They were onto the sound of things. They liked the sound of things. I like the sound of things too. Especially when we're all in harmony. See that there? There's your yin, that's your sine wave. It's a sine wave, set wavings. It's giving you signs. Yin and yang, balance, centred. But the centre's not square, is it? I mean, it's not straight. The centre's not straight. It's malleable, like water, isn't it? Oh, it's blue too. And see, that's why the cops wear blue. And their sirens are blue-red. Do you know your left brain, right brain, blue-red, throws you instantly into a state of anxiety? Go figure that one out. How does that work, Norm? It's all about energy, vibration, sight, insight. You want to have insight, don't you? Oh, wait a minute. Here. I've brought my board down today and a pen. So let's do some dispelling, shall we? Because I normally do this in a lecture room so I can look people in the eye and I can say, aye, captains of your ships. Insight, folks. It's insight, isn't it? Insight. What if I write it like this? What if I write like that? Insight. Oh, what are you trying to incite, Norm? Are you trying to incite us, Norm? What are you doing, Norm? Stop it. I'm starting to get some insight. Because when you look inside, you go in. If you don't go in, you go without. You know, it's pretty simple. If you don't go within, you go without. It's pretty easy, isn't it? I mean, I like to keep things simple. Because I'm pretty stupid. So it's keep it simple, stupid. Because I know there's lots of things I don't know. And God... they come in like that. And God knows I would like to live a lot longer. I'm sure you all would too. Because there's some... I mean, it's a pretty beautiful, amazing, incredible, unbelievable, undescribable world that we live in. And we've forgotten all that. But recently, a few of you are starting to remember. You know, remember? Become members again? Member? Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about all you fellas out there with your member. You want to remember. You know, do again. Become a member again. Oh, remember. And then you can remind, don't you? Oh, you remind. Mind. What do you mind? Gold. What's gold? Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, here's nothing. Vowels. See, there's codes in language, folks. And what I'm helping you to do, well, my intent is to raise your levels, is to get the rose-coloured glasses off your faces. Because they're telling you exactly what they're doing right in front of your faces, folks. They've got to. Because then it's conferred consent. It's conferred consent, folks. And what's conferred consent? Oh, the con has been sent. Oh, wait a minute, what con? There's a bit of a con. We're back into the cons again, are we? Are we being conned again, Norm? Yep, you're being conned again, folks. You know how they do that? I'll show you how they do that. I'll show you how they do that. Ooh, this field of energy is vibrating, man. Woohoo! Wow, see how I'm earth? Get the earth down there. Get that. The soul is healing. You see how that works? Soul is healing on the earth. Because we're all part of the earth, aren't we? Hey, we're made of the earth. I think that Bible said that somewhere. We're made of the earth. Were you made of the earth? See, this is a holy Bible because there's a few holes in it. I mean, there's a few things that could be revised. But the underlying message is pretty simple. And whether you're religious, or whether it's Buddha or Krishna or, you know, you name them. Hey, here's the thing too. They're all coming back, aren't they? Shit, Krishna's coming back. Buddha's coming back. Jesus is coming back. Maharaji's coming back, or whoever he is. Something's coming back, folks. It's Apollo. No, Apollo might be coming back. Because it's all about the Egyptians, isn't it? You know, attention. Ooh, attention. And at the end of a verse, because it's all about competition, isn't it? Verse, me verse you, converse, cons are versing. You have a conversation, don't you? You all like to converse, don't you? Con and verse each other. That doesn't sound very nice. I don't want to talk to you guys. And then you sit down and discuss. You diss and you cuss. What are you dissing? Dissing's talking shit about something, huh? And cussing, what's cussing? Gosh, you guys aren't very nice. I don't want to sit down and discuss and converse with you lot. I'm not picking up a very good vibration off you lot. See, it's called caveat emptor. Caveat emptor, folks. And that means buyer beware. Buyer beware. Oh, we all like that sound of that, don't we? That sounds good. Buyer beware. Yeah, we're all aware, aren't we? And we're all being, so we can beware, can't we? Oh, that's pretty simple. Buyer beware. So if I tell you, again, my car's worth $10,000 and you drive down the road and it breaks down, because we break down, don't we? Don't break up, we break down. Oh no, we break up. Both things are bad. Anyway, because it tears us up, doesn't it? It tears us up when things break up. Tearing. Oh, it's tearing. Oh, then we cry. Anyway, where was I? Vehicles. No, it wasn't vehicles. Caveat emptor. Caveat emptor. Caveat emptor, mofo. I was going to get a t-shirt with it on, but no one would understand. Because no one understands. They don't have understanding. They have maybe... they don't have any understanding. And understanding is a word. Shall we do that first? Understanding. To stand under. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Do you know how you know how I broke that down? Knoll. What's a knoll, folks? A knoll's a little hill, isn't it? When you're on the edge of the hill, you've got a good view. Haven't you? You've got a good view when you're on the edge of that knoll. Because you're up higher. You're on a higher rung on the ladder. You're up a little bit better. Oh, yeah. The old ignorance, eh? Ignore. Is that like turning a blind eye? Is it like turning a blind eye when you ignore things? When you ignore injustice, don't you add to it? These are some more fallacies I would usually go through. Oh yeah, here's an interesting one, folks. Black's Law. Human being. As a prodigious birth, this is the definition, as a prodigious birth, a human birth or offspring not having the shape of mankind. What? How can that be? Which cannot be heir to any land, albeit brought forth in marriage. Go back to 1930 and read the Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. It says, and refers you to sea monster. And the definition of monster, folks, what's that, Norm? Is one that cannot own or inherit, inherent, aren't you? Your unalienable rights and inalienable rights are inherent, they're inside you. Property, powerful word that, put private there too, it's all good. Essentially making you a slave, folks. The word hue, as in colour of law, what did you call colour of law here? Dye, yeah, you put dye in your hair, girls, don't you? I don't know about that. It's not got quite a good ring to it. Okay, so, the, I think it was the Greeks. I always get them too mixed up. Greeks and the Romans, always roaming around and greeting each other. I don't know, I got a bit confused with all that. Greco-Roman and Phoenician and Canaanite and Minoans and the Syrians, and yeah, there's a very, very interesting history there. History. Whose story? Well, it's some guy's story. Best we decode it. So caveat emptor. Buyer beware. You all like that idea, eh? You know, because if I sell you a lemon and tell you it's an orange, then you're going to get a sour taste in your mouth, folks, eh? You get a sour taste in your mouth. No one likes that. And we call that tart, don't we? That's a tart. Oh, is that a female denigration there? Oh, it might be. And something's a bit tart. So maxims of law was the Romans that reworded buyer beware. It's saying exactly the same thing, but it's all about the words. Let those that be deceived, folks. Let those that be deceived, be deceived. Terrorism, you know, terra firma. You know that terra firma? Terra terra firma. Affirm. We like to affirm things. Affirma, terra, sound, solid ground. Solid, man. Solidity. Whoa, back on the land. Solar. Solar. Is that the sun? Something to do with the sun there? Solar. So here we go. So, what was it there? Oh, terra firma. We want to affirm things. Terrorism, folks. What's terrorism? It's a system of government by terror. Intimidation. Intimidation. Timid? Is it intimate? Is there something intimate going on there? What are they intimating? Are they intimating something? Are they trying to tell us something? There's something going on there, folks. Ah, Norm, it's just a conspiracy. Yeah, it is. It's the cons, bunch of criminals, and piracy. You see how that works? It's piracy. It is a conspiracy, folks. Again, they're telling you exactly what they're doing to you. Now, if I use all sorts of flowery, lovely language, the language, you know, the gauge of the land, because you're the land, aren't you? Is that your gauge? What are you gauging? Gauge in Latin means to pledge. Pledge, what are you pledging? That's why you have a mort gauge. That's why you have a mort gauge, folks. Mort means death, as in mortuary. Mort gauge. Oh, wait a minute, so if gauge is pledge and mort means death, isn't mortgage a pledge of death? Gosh, you guys are clever. You guys are clever. You're starting to get it now, aren't you? The veils are starting to lift and you're starting to dispel things. Because it's all about the spelling, isn't it? A-B. A-B's at the front of our alphabet, isn't it? Is that saying not? Ab. A-B's not, isn't it? Like an abnormal. What are they telling us there? Oh, what are they telling us there? Maybe that's got something to do with it. See, folks, again, I'll tell you, the basic tool for the manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. If you can control the meaning of words, you can control the people who must use the words. And this is what they say, these religious folks out there, these lovely religious people out there. They'll go out there speaking in tongues. They think you've got to be special to speak in tongues. If you're speaking in English, you are speaking in tongues. It's duplicit language because no one can understand it. It's like legalese. It's like that legalese I was talking about. It's another language. Looks like English. Sounds like English. I can assure you, it's not English. Go look up the word definition of drive. Drive is someone employed in commerce on the road. Okay? So when a cop pulls you over and he says, you're driving at 70k. I say, no, actually, I don't believe I was. I think I'm travelling. I have the right to travel. I have the right to movement. It's defined in my United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and the Bill of Rights and all these other beautiful laws. See, here's another thing, folks. People moan about the law. I'll tell you something that is a maxim of law. There must be remedy within the law. And there is. There's remedy within the law. Because then you're dominant and you become the Lord. The Lord. And your kingdom, your domain, your dominion. You have free dominion. Hey, but you're part of the Commonwealth. Wait a minute, what's that mean? The Commonwealth? Wait a minute, what's that about? So yeah, lawyers were, in the old days, that's where I was at. Sometimes I drop a few loose ends. It doesn't mean that there's strings attached, alright? There's no strings attached. I just drop a few loose ends every now and then. So I'll look, oh yeah, I should be looking at what you guys are saying. Everyone's just watching. Cool. I hope you're listening as well, because, you know, watching is time, isn't it? Tying me. I appreciate you tying yourselves to me and giving me time and a minute, minute. Oh, minute. Mine. Are we mining again? Are we mining you? Oh, thank you. Seconds. You want seconds? Oh, great. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Here we go. So grammarians. Lawyers were originally called grammarians, or otherwise known as wordsmiths. And smiths were a guild, weren't they? Aren't smiths a guild? And so, in that guild, as wordsmiths, and this is, yeah. And if you're a lawyer out there, this is no slant against you. I'm not trying to incite you. I'm trying to incite you. Okay? I'm not trying to incite anybody. It's not my intentions. Although some of you, by looking inside, you know, not left side, right side, upside, downside, inside, because there's many faces to those sides, We don't want to take sides, do we? No, we don't want to do that. See, it can incite things. When you start thinking, it can incite things, and you will be insightful, full of insight. You see how that works? So these are the codes built into the language, because you've got lots of codes. You've got the driving code and the drinking code. It's all about code, isn't it? Oh, it's all decodified. Is it decodified? Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Oh, that doesn't sound too good, does it? If it's codified, then we need to find the keys to the codes, folks, as I said before. You've got to pick up those keys and see them and feel them and put them in the lock and turn the lock and then open the door. Power you. Where was I there? I did drop a loose end. No strings attached. It was... Oh yes, grammarians, lawyers. Grammarians. Where's the word grammarian come from, folks? Very interesting word. Grams, made of 2 words actually. Gram and to mar. What is a gram? Oh, a gram is a measure of weight, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's weight. It's like scales. Weights, scales. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. And what is to mar, folks? To mar is to confuse. Oh, wait a minute. So those grammarians, are they there to confuse the scales of justice? Just us or just ice? Is it stirred or shaken? Oh, see what's going on there? Do you see? Do you see? Is your thirst being quenched? Actually, I need a drink. Bang, I left me water behind. That's right. So yeah, so a lawyer, very close to liar, which, you know, attorneys, lawyers are also called attorneys. They turn things around, don't they? Oh, and they're also called solicitors. What is to solicit, folks? To solicit in America is called prostitution. Oh, shivers. What is prostitution, Norm? To sell yourself for ill gain. To sell yourself for ill gain. Gosh, it's a beautiful day out here. She's a stunner. Here's my audience. Taonga. Come down here, people. Get out in the park. Come here from every end of the country. Come and pitch our tents out here, 2 metres apart, and we can have kōrero day and night. We can have open ministry. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm here just administering my truth. And I'm primarily here on my own, so I'm the fucking Prime Minister. I love it. You want to ask me, who are you, mate? I'm the Prime Minister. So I'm primarily here on my own, and I'm out here ministering. Not like the Health Minister or the Finance Minister. Oh, they all in a religious cult. Oh, wait a minute, how's that work? Are they in a religion too? Oh, make no mistake, folks. Government is a religion. It's a religion. You go along and, you know, you don't have to go to church every week, but you go along every couple of years and vote for your oppressor. The next one, you know, the next one of the oppressing class that's going to rule over you for a bit longer. Oppress you for a bit longer. Oh, a bit of oppression. Oh, doesn't sound too good. Don't like being pressured. Nah, no good. Grammarians, to mar, to confuse the scales of justice with the grams of mar. What is the greatest book out there, you know, folks? The greatest book of law, of rules? Oh, would that be the Grand Grimoire? Oh, what's the Grand Grimoire, Norm? That's the book of spells, folks. The book of vowels. Spells. Vowels. And it's not full of fairy tales, although you're all used to fairy tales. You love your fairy tales. You know, you love your fairy tales. You know how you got the beautiful prince. She gets in, princess. She gets in danger. And prince. That's interesting. Anyway, she gets in danger in the night. The night. Why is he night? Well, you'd think he'd be a day in shining armour. How can he shine at night? That doesn't make much sense. See, there's all sorts of stuff like this I picked up in school, and I could see the discord. I could see the discord very, very young. I hated school. And they box you in and pigeonhole you, test you, poke you, ram crap into you, make you a little textbook idiot. Idiots, you know what idiots were? Idiots in the original, here's a nice one for you. Idiots were originally, I think it's a Greek word. Again, I get a little bit confused with the origin sometimes. There's lots of words out there, folks. I'm not a dictionary, because I don't like to dictate. You know, I'm not dictatorial. Although you have dictators, don't you? You have people that write down things when Anyway, well, that's a secretary. A secretary. Oh, what's a secretary? Oh, she dictates things. Oh, does she? What's she dictating? Oh, there's a bit of a secret going on there. Is it a code? Is there a code? Is there a covenant? Maybe there's a bit of a covenant or contract there. You ask anyone about contracts, these ladies out there who've had a baby, mothers out there, contracts are painful. Contracts are painful. None of us like pain. But what they do is they use all these lovely flowery words to get you into contract without you even knowing it. They use words like this, folks. Candidate. Oh, your candidate. Oh, let me go and see the candidate, because he's at the party. Oh, it sounds so fun, doesn't it? You see the programming there? You see that programming going on there? Do you see your brains kind of juggling, and all your balls are in the air at the moment? And you're going, what, Norm? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't want to see. I want to remain ignorant. Stop it. Stop dispelling. Stop it with your spells and your cursive writing. Oh, that's right. They call it cursive writing, don't they? The curse of the writing. When you join those letters together. When you let. What do you let? What are you letting? Is that bloodletting? Oh, goodness me. We're getting away from the land. We're getting back into the liquids and the vessels again, are we? And the cells, the blood vessels, the signs, the signatories, the sign of your nature. But we want to be nature all, don't we? Natural. Don't we want to be nature all? All nature? Yeah, of course we are. We're natural. I think I'm pretty natural. I don't know whether I'm the nature of all. I think, well, I am actually, because it's all about me. It's all about you. It's all about you. So, yeah, so I'm down here in Isle Park. Beautiful day in the field of energy. In the open fields. I'm being open while I'm in the field. I'm primarily here on my own. And I'm ministering. So I'm out here openly being the Prime Minister. And I have the law. I have a handle on the law. I'm not religious, because religious is to bind. I'm not interested in being bound to anything, except my word. Haha. I'll always be bound to my word. So I know the power of them. Grammarians. I still haven't finished. I've still got a loose end there somewhere, right? Grammarians, Mars, lawyers, the Grand Grimoire, the Book of Spells, the Book of Spellings, the letters, the signs, the signatories. And this stuff will give you lots of insight, but it also might incite you a little bit. What words push your buttons? Hey, what gets you going? If I give you a poke, what's going to pop out? Here's a word for you. God. You like that? God. That does a lot to people, that one. What is it when you're having sex and orgasming, folks? What do you say? You say, oh my God. What happens when you whack your finger with a hammer? You say, oh my God. What's going on there? What is it? Was it pleasure or pain? Well, that's up to you, isn't it? It's up to you. Because you're the cup. See that? You're the cup. You've got to get a handle on it. Get your handle on your cup. And you've got to get grounded. Actually, what number is the letter U? U is 24. Is it 6? No, I'm not sure. It's a numbers game, folks. You've got to figure it out. See? You figures. It's all about figures. So figure it out. Let me go in there. The cup, the handle, yeah. What's in the cup, the famous cup? It's the Grail, isn't it? The Holy Grail. And it holds the blood. And blood has vessels. Or is that a vassal? Is that a vassal, maybe? Ah, that's another word, isn't it? Here's another thing, vowels. They could change the vowels round in the older languages. Sometimes they would miss them out. Sometimes they had double meanings, long sound, short sound, silent sound. You know, these are all sounds. These are all codes. I'm helping you decode the keys of the language, the letters, the characters. These are all characters, aren't they? Oh, he's a character. That's a character. It's a caricature. What's a caricature? Oh, a person. You know, it's your person, isn't it? It's not you. It's your persona. Actually, that's what it is. It's your persona. You got your purse on? Oh, that means you must have value. Hey, you got value if you got your person on. Go look up the definition of the word person in a dictionary, folks. A legal dictionary. It means corporation. Corporation. Let's have a look at that word. There's a good one for you. There's a Latin word. A lot of Latin. This is why all the poor commoners, the goyim, the Gentiles. Hey, this is another one for you. Gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. What's a Gentile, folks? Oh, it's a pig, isn't it? Aren't the Gentiles the pigs? The slaves? Oh, wait a minute. It's not so good saying ladies and gentlemen. What about ladies? Oh, you're laid with ease, are you? You ladies. Hey? You laid with ease. Hey? Oh, they miss you right out, don't they, miss? What's your name? Oh, miss. Miss who? Miss you out? Oh, that's a bit denigrating, isn't it? Oh, I don't know whether I like that. This is the matriarchy and the patriarchy. Archy, there's that arc again, folks. You know that arc? Is that an arc? Is that an arc or is it an arc? Oh, no, it's an arch. Oh, no, it's an arc. Oh, wait a minute. An arc's a boat, isn't it? Oh, we're back onto the vessel. No, it's a covenant. It's coven. It's coven. It's covenant. Hey, isn't it? Isn't it a contract? Covenant? Coven? What's coven? Covet. Oh, covet something. What do your eyes covet? What do your eyes covet, folks? What do your eyes covet? Hey? So you want to know about me and where I'm at? Look, there's me, and that's where I'm at. Nice to meet you. Does that incite you? Hey? That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Interest. Oh, it's all about money again, isn't it? Whose interest? Oh, it's the bank's interest. Oh, no, we're back in the water again. Sounds interesting, though, doesn't it? Sounds interesting. The old laddies. Hey, lads. You see how they denigrate you? You see how you denigrate yourself? See how you're speaking in tongues and double speak? And this is why, when we think we are communicating with others, we're not. Because the language has within it code that's built to create anxiety and division and discomfort and separation, man. Separation. Divide. That's maths, isn't it? Division. Oh, it's a numbers game. It's all about the numbers. It's a numbers game, folks. Oh, you see, I've got my whiteboard. I've got a bit board at home. So I've got a whiteboard. Oh, sorry if that offends anyone. Is that going to offend someone, that word? Is that word going to offend you? Oh, you're going to get all offended. Oh, if you get offended, you're at the tail of things, aren't you? Oh, you're at the tail end. Oh, you're all offended. You know what happens when you're at the tail end? You're in the shit. And then you get all incited. See how that works? Hey, here's another beautiful one. You'll like this too. What do they put at the end of nouns to make them verbs? Like verbs to humanise them, to give them honour. Oh, they call these honourables, don't they? Mr, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. You Mrs. again. Oh, Mrs. M. Why have they all got M at them? They're master. They're asking you to be the master, but you're bent over. You see how the R's bent you over? And you're going, I don't like that. And you straighten up your back. Get a couple of legs on the ground. See the code? It's all about code. Oh, there's the sirens. What did the sirens do to the vessels, folks? The captains of their ship. When they heard the sirens of the maidens, the pretty maidens that would distract the captains from their ships and cause them to get shipwrecked, they would hit an objection. There was an objection. They lost their navigation skills. They got distracted. And so the sirens always there to distract you. And they're a sound, aren't they? They're a sound. Our sounds come from organs. That's why they affect your organs. Sounds reasonable, doesn't it? Oh, reasonable. What's reasonable? Oh, reason. Oh, we like to have a good reason, don't we? We're all able, aren't we? We haven't been disabled like Cain. See, Cain killed Abel. Cain killed Abel, didn't he? Oh, how's that work? Cain killed Abel and he became disabled. That's why the disabled need a cane. You see how that works? See what they're telling you? You see how there's other codes and levels of understanding and language? Oh yeah, understanding. Where'd that come from, Norm? Oh, at old English days, they'd get down on the foundation of their construction, because they're into constructing things. They're instructors, aren't they? Yes, they're on the cons of constructing things. So they would get down on the foundation of things, and they would stand on the earth, and they would look up upon the framework to make sure it was going to withhold that which they were going to put up on it. See how that works? And so they would stand under. And so when a policy enforcement officer pulls you over on the side of the road while you're travelling on the free ways of the land, or the common ways of the land, which is your right, without hindrance, without obstruction, and without impedance. That is your right. It says it. I've read it. They told me. They don't adhere to it, though. They don't adhere to it, unfortunately. They're a bit confused. The con's been fused in their minds, and they've forgot how to mind. And you forget to mind, you forget how to matter. And then it doesn't matter, does it? Because if you don't mind, it won't matter. And if it doesn't matter, you don't mind. See how they're getting you separated, divided. It's very, very clever. Once you start decoding it, man, it's just spectacularly, unbelievably clever. You've got to give them credit for it. You really have. Because you keep consenting to it without knowing the words that you're consenting to. You're not testing the con. You're not contesting anything. You're not testing the con that's in front of your faces. Caveat emptor, mofos. Let those that be deceived be deceived. Hey? Let those that be deceived be deceived. So they say. Where was I there? Cane disabled. Reasonable. You're able to have reason, hey? Reason. Reason. Yeah, that's all good, eh? Reason, son. In there, able. We're all able to do things. We're all responsible, aren't we? Are we responsible, folks? Are you responsible? Seriously? If you were responsible, you'd be out here with me. Because that means you'd be able to respond. And I've put the call out several times. Timies. I've tied me to that dictate several times. So I'm out here. I want to keep coming out here until I can't. And I'm going to keep sharing, because I'm selfish. I'm a selfish bastard. You know why I'm selfish? Because I'm a little bit concerned. When the wolves are circling the barbed wire, the sheep in the paddock get a little bit restless. I'm getting a little bit restless. But I'm not the sheep. I'm the actual shepherd. And I'm not going to lead you anywhere, because if I lead you, you're going to follow. Well, get on your own ship, mate. Get on your own waka. Start navigating your own course, and then you'll be bound for a good direction, and you'll be the director of your contract that you're on. Because I own it, won't you? It'll be your contract. It's your word. A man is worthy of his word. Be careful of your words, because they could be forked tongues. It could be doublespeak. It could be contract. And contracts are painful. I think I might just about leave it there for today and have a look at some of your comments. How's it going, guys? All good? Enjoying it? You enjoying it? But you all enjoy? We all like joy, don't we? Full of joy, we're joyful. Everyone's watching. We are sharing as we listen. Yeah, thanks, Christine. Teddy's free spirit, eh, bro? Yeah, Teddy's free, mate. Animals know, mate. See, animals aren't thinking about the future or the past. They're in the now. Always they're in the now. Because that's their instinct. It's instinctful. They're in the now. But humans are easily thrown out of the now. Past, the past. Oh, it's past. Oh, is it dead? Yeah, it's passed away. It's passed on. Oh, it's passed on? Oh, it's been passed on. We'll talk about the dead being passed on, don't we? See, our language is so full of encoded divisional sounding vibrations, and you'll start to see it now. Your eyes will start to notice. Because I'd like to give you notice that I've noticed your notice, and want to give you notice that this is my notice, so please take notice. And notes are music again, aren't they? Oh, we're back in the accordance of things. Then we're organised, aren't we? Organs. With organs? I love that word. Organs, organic. It's organic. It comes from the heart. What's the heart? Let's finish off on that one. And so the heart. What's the heart? Look at the word heart, people. It's a beautiful word. It's your word. You can use it. And there's another thing, guys. Get over your words, man. Start using words like love. Start using words like God. Start using words like beautiful and thank you and I'm so grateful. I'm full of greatness. Actually, that's what I want to do. I'll finish off with this one, actually. Or this one. Okay, God. What's God? Folks, you mentioned that word. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with that word. So, it's an acronym. I consider this to be an acronym. It's the gift of divinity. The gift of divinity. Now, you've all got it. You've all got it. but you've strayed away from your centre. You've gone out on a limb, folks. You've been out on the limb for a long time. A long time you've been away from the trunk and the heart and the log and the foundation of things. But what's happening now is making you re-evaluate, because it's about the figures again, the value of things, isn't it? You're starting to re-evaluate. You're starting to look at things again. You respect, aren't you? You're being respectful. You're looking at things and re-evaluating things, redefining things. Fining. So when that cop pulls you over on the side of the road, he charges you, doesn't he? He charges you. Oh, we're back in the arc again. Is that a charge? Charge is an arc, isn't it? Hey, wait a minute. Charge is electricity, isn't it? And where do you find electricity? Oh, it's in a cord, isn't it? Oh, it's a cord. Oh, yeah, it's in a cord. Yeah, and where do we store electricity? Oh, in a battery. Oh, battery. Oh, is that a, that's a charge. They charge, don't they? Do they charge? What are they charging you? It's electricity. It's the electric city. The city of El, actually. It is. El. Look at that word there. One of those gods. There's another god. There's gods in their words everywhere. Aten. Aten. Is that Aten? Oh, yeah. Ra. Ra's god. And then you got Isis. And you got Isis. And then you got El. That's right, Israel. Oh, Israel. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on there? Israel. Oh, there's three gods. Oh, soul gods, aren't they? Solomon. Oh, soul man. Is he a soul man? What soul? Maybe he was a lunar soul. Maybe he was all one. Soul, if you're soul, you're on your own, aren't you? Hey, soul's on your own. You're a soul trader. Are you a soul trader? You're on your own? Oh, wait a minute. You've been bent over. That's what it is. Soul. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, supposed to keep it clean. Sorry about that. There's kitties here. These kitties here might get off-ended by a few words. Might start getting them to think a little bit more. And that might incite a few things. That incites a few things, because words have power. Teddy, get back here. Sorry about that, my dog's going crazy. So if you just stop, I'll grab him.
Oh, okay. I'm so dog friendly, it's just not funny.
Yeah, where you go? I got him. Good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, aren't you?
It would have been alright if I'd been able to pet him, I suppose.
Well, you can still pat him. I don't think you can get any diseases off these guys. You can't even get...
I don't think so either.
Oh, it's bullshit. The whole thing's bullshit. It's a farce.
You going to be alright now? You going to bite
We're
me?
telling it's a coronavirus. The coroner. Oh, the coroner's coming to get us. He's the guy that takes away the dead, isn't he? The coroner?
Yeah.
Virus. Oh, it's a virus. Oh, is it against us? Oh, it's a virus. You better start looking at the words, folks, because these politicians are standing up there telling you exactly what they're going to do to you. Exactly what they're going to do to you. Once you learn to read the language that they're using. When the Prime Minister sits up there and says, oh, I'm going to find a solution. Actually, maybe I should do that too. I don't know how much battery life I've got left here. Are you still with me? Well, let's do that. Just show you that. Show you that again for the people that don't quite get it. Where do you find banks, folks? You find banks on the sides of the river, don't you? What do the banks on the sides of the river do, Norm? They control the currents that go to the sea. They control the current sea, don't they? The current sea. We all operate in currency, don't we? Banks, currency, liquidity, insolvent, bankrupted. I mean, there's so many words, value, and it's just built into it. The coding's right in front of your faces. It's right in front of your faces, folks. Gotta let those that be deceived be deceived. So start opening your eyes. We are anyway. If you're listening to me, I'm changing your mind. It's not about me either. It's not about me. It's nothing to do with me. See, this is the thing, folks. You're going to die. You're going to die. Oh, you're going to be colour of law, are you? Oh, you're going to be human. Human becoming. That's what we are. We're not being, because being means you're in a state of stillness as such. No, I'm becoming. I don't know what it is I'm becoming, but I know it's pretty big. It's bigger than I can comprehend, and I can't quite put the words on it. But I know it's big. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can taste it. I can intuit it. Intuition. When you get intuition, you get teaching, don't you? What's teaching? And teaching also, folks, is to each, isn't it? Isn't teach to each? each and every one. T's the head of things. I'm not going to go into the individual. All of these letters have their own, they're all characters, folks. They've all got their own persona. They've all got their own energy. It's like Japanese. Whatever that is. These are characters. These are characters. They've got their own, there's many words that pull together. It's like all the leaves of the tree pull together to create the trunk, which gives you the log, which gives you the truth, because you're in rhythm. You're in rhythm with the logarithms. And logistics. We all like logistics, don't we? Logistics gives us the facts. We like the facts. It's logical. It's all very logical. Makes sense. Go figure. All about the figures. Do you figure? Do you see? So all the stuff is all code. And there's many levels of communication going on within the codes. Okay? You've got to learn to decipher the code. I hope you aren't all bored at the moment. I'm bored. Hope you aren't getting too bored. Don't want to incite everyone or anyone. Hopefully I'll make you a little bit more insightful though. And I'm selfish in that. As I said before, I didn't finish. And that's because I want to raise you guys up so that you can be my eyes. Be more of my eyes and more of my ears. The watchers. And then you can become the watchers and the witnesses. How you doing, bud? Ratbag dog. Get out of there. Get out of there. Actually, I'm walking. Yeah, he is. Indeed. Here's my doorbell. I'm walking through the grass here and I'm getting dew on my feet. So I'm in the liquid again, the dew. Because you've got to pay your dues, don't you? When you pay your dues, I've got nothing with dues, I'm just giving you the codes within the language. All I'm doing is deciphering the language. It might incite some people. But Israel, what is Israel? The three gods. Isis, Ra and El. Egyptian, no, Canaanite, Egyptian, Phoenician, is it? The Phoenicians, the Phonies, they gave us our phony language, and it's all about the phonetics, folks. And you have an iPhone, don't you? Was that your phony? Are you phony? You have an iPod? Oh, is it your pod? You have a tablet. Oh, tablets are good, aren't we? We all take tablets. We need medicine, don't we? Got to get your medicine with your tablet. You see, there's duplicity built with all on these words, and this is how we're getting to misunderstandings and confusion. And political language is just, it's beautiful, man. It's the most nebulous language out there. Ties them down to nothing. Ties you, though, and then you start to tire, don't you? How about tire? And it gets tiresome, doesn't it? You get some tire. God, gift of divinity. Gift of divinity. You've all got it. It's all inside you. It's inherent. Look at this word. It's an N. Here. It's in here, isn't it? It's in here. Where's in here? Oh, it's in my heart. Oh, that's what I was doing. Heart. H-A-R-T. I'm going to finish in a minute. Heart. So you've got earth there. If you put the H at the end, got earth. Oh, shivers. Oh, no. Oh, bugger, that's my permanent marker. Oh, I mistake. Oh, I mistake there, bugger. Where did that one go? So pen, this is my pen. Why is the law only 9/10 of the law, folks? Why is the law only 9/10 of the law, I wonder? I wander here and I wander there and I wander everywhere. But home is where the heart is. My heart's inherent. It's inherent. Oh, is that going to work? Yeah, it's inherent. So wherever I go in my body, because I'm full-bodied, I'm at home because that's where my heart is. And they've told us to stay in the neighbourhood. Well, I'm pretty sure I've heard on TV that Australia's in our neighbourhood, isn't it? Australia's in the neighbourhood. They're our neighbours, aren't they? They stood side by side in the war while they were ranting about war rants, soul dying, killing their souls, selling their souls. Yes, sir, no, sir, how high, sir. Exactly what you're all doing now. When the Prime Minister says, get in your boxes, tails between your legs and off you went. Unquestioningly. So I'm selfish. I'm out here trying to save myself by raising you guys up, hopefully to a higher level that you can see a little bit more of what's going on and realising. Getting your real eyes. Hey, get your real eyes back in. Stop it with the rose-coloured glasses, mate. Stop listening to the guy that's stuck in a traffic jam telling you how to get out of a traffic jam, folks. I mean, seriously. If a guy's a financial broker, isn't it funny how they call them brokers? Finance. Oh, you're broke? Oh, I'm a broker. Shit, I wouldn't go near him. But anyway, They'll tell you what to do with your money, and yet they've got no money themselves. Oh, you know, you've got to be careful who you're taking advice from, folks. Advice. It's a vice, isn't it? What vice? Oh, it's a vice. It's got you in it, mate. You're going to add the vice? Oh, that could be painful. Oh. Instead, what you really want to do is listen to an advisor, vision, because that's your visor. Your visor, you know, advisor, advisory, you're adding to something. It'll give you value. It's inherent. Doesn't matter what it costs. What's it worth? These are things you're going to have to re-evaluate and figure out, because it's all about the numbers, isn't it? It's all about numbers. So, yeah. So you can exercise this, your gift of divinity. But that, you know, that takes a bit of exercising. We all got to exercise stuff. Right, I might just sign out there. I need a drink. I left my water bottle over there. But I'm going to come out here every day, folks. I'm in here in Isle Park. Come out and pitch your tents out here. Come out here, because it's the open ministry. And you're primarily... and I'm primarily here on my own, so I'm the Prime Minister. So I'm giving you the order. You now, see, you listen to your Prime Minister, don't you? So now, because they've got the author. They're the author of the writs, aren't they? The rights. Because you've dropped your pen. Because it's only 9/10 of the law, isn't it, pen? Why is it? This is my pen, I bought it. Surely it's mine. Surely I own it. It's my ownership. Isn't it? My ship. There's my vessel again. Oh, no. Is that we have a relationship? Oh, look, we're back in the water again. Oh, it makes contact, doesn't it? What does contact do? Contact brings things together. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What are we doing there? Contact's a liquid. Oh, goodness me. See what's happening? So, you know, why is it only 9/10 of the law, folks? It's only 9/10 of the law because you do not own your title. You don't own your title. That's why it's only 9/10 of the law. Who's got the other 10th, folks? Who's got the other 10th? Where's that other 10th of your ownership? Maybe it's copy right ownership, eh? Is that the copyright ownership? Hey, that copyright ownership. Oh, what's going on there? What are they telling you there, I wonder? Because I wander here, I wander to the north, I wander to the east, I wander to the south, and I wander to the west. Because I'm a director. I like directions. I like good directions. I like clear directions. I like sound directions. I like firm directions. I like positive directions. I don't like negative affirmations. You're all so hell-bent on diminishing yourself by saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I never can find my keys. Oh, I always drop my blah, blah, blah. Oh, this, you know, negative affirmations. Start thinking about what it is you think about. For me, it's kind of like this. When I say something, it's kind of like this for me. I said what I said because I meant what I said when I said what I said what I meant. It's pretty simple. And you too can be like that. But, you know, when I mean things, you know what I mean? Oh, no, am I being mean again? Oh, I didn't mean to. Are you being mean? What do you mean? Are you mean? Who's mean? What are you meaning? Oh, is that what you meant? Oh, is that what you meant? What's meant? Oh, ment's mind. You got a mean mind. Better think about that. Better think about what you're talking about. Because talk, isn't it? Talk, T-O-R-Q-U-E. Talk things down. Talk things down, to screw things down, to get down to the nitty-gritty of things. That's what I like to do, don't we? That's why we talk. We talk things. Engineers talk things. You always talk about a car. It's got a lot of torque. That's good, ain't a lot of power. There's a lot of power in talking, folks. A lot of power in the words. The words are wards. Best you start owning them and looking at them and decoding them. And then you can help me. Because people already are. People already are, man. They're coming back to me with all sorts of beautiful words. Hey, Norm, look at this word. I go, oh, yeah, man, that's beautiful. Hey, because we're in accord then. We're not in discord. And even they call those chat rooms discord. I mean, this is it. Once you start looking at the language, you'll see how loaded it is with negative affirmations and negative vibrations. So you can start to become very powerful with your word. Because we all know about the other conspiracies, don't we? But few know about the language and the word and speaking in tongues. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. See, this is looks like a bit of a mess, doesn't it? And we're in the age, aren't we? Oh, I wonder if there's a miss age there. Is this a miss of age? This is a messy age, is it? Oh, no, I don't know about that. No, it's an era. Oh, we're in this era, aren't we? Hey? It's a message. The age is messy. And there's a bit of an error there. What era are we in? 21st era, is it? Oh, no, it might not be. Whatever era. See, we don't even know who we are or what we are. We don't even know where we are. You don't even know where you are. Which calendar is it you're measuring yourself to? The Mayan calendar? The Gregorian calendar? The Egyptian calendar? You know? I mean, come on, folks. Calendar. Go look up the word calendar. There you go. There's one. There's a little bit of homework for you. Because you work at home, don't you? Love working at home. You like a bit of homework. Right, I'm just about worn out, actually. Worn out. Oh, I'm worn out. Oh, yeah, I wore my jeans out yesterday. Yeah, it was a good day. I wore them out. They're not worn out, though, but I worn them out. I've worn them out before. They're not worn out. I can still use them. I don't abuse them. I don't not use them. I still use them, so I don't abuse them. But anyway, I'm going to get back in the jeans, aren't we? The genie. The genie, isn't it? Oh, is that a genie, Norm? What's a genie? Oh, he's part of us. He's part of us, mate. A genius. The genie in us. The genies are the Magi's. You are the Magi. And you can, oh, here, I'll leave you with this one. I'm going out here. I, Magi, Nation. Oh, I like that one. I'm the magician of my own nation. I create my own spells and my own spelling, and I cast them onto the page. And then we have motion because the page is paper and it's no longer stationary, even though we call it stationary. Love yous all. Love yous all. Raise us up. Come back to me. Come out here. Come out and play, people. Come out and play. I want to play. I'm like a little kid. I'm like a little pesky little kid in class. Always asking the questions. Hey, here's another thing. What rain are we in? What rain are we in, folks? What have we been dampened down by? QE2, isn't it? That's for me. When I saw that, I thought, oh yeah, cool, I like it. Question everything twice. Question everything twice. Including yourselves. You fill your own cups up, because I know you're all well, and a well's a hole in the ground full of water. When your hole in the ground's full of water, welcome. You can come, and, you know, we say, oh, welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome, my little well, because you have lots of water. You have lots of liquidity, which is a value, has cost and worth, and it's gold. And that's gold, folks. That's the real mining, because if you don't mine, it won't matter. Hey, that's the real gold. So, see you all down here tomorrow. Sometime, usually probably in the Arvo. I might get down here a bit earlier. Share this, those guys, because it's important, hey? Import. It's an import. Oh, it's important. Yeah, it's kind of outside your normal port, because you need a pass to port pass, because that's about your vessel again, isn't it? A passport. Oh, anyway. It's all about transport. It's about transferring and transmission. Oh, you're on a mission to something. To convey something, eh? Yeah, I am, actually. Righto, guys. I've had enough. I could go on. Believe me, I always have more to say. There's always more to say, because only the dead are silent. And we all have to have a hearing sometimes, don't we? And you can't take it with you. You can't take your voice with you. You cannot take your voice. You can't take nothing with you. You can't take nothing with you, folks. So anything you've got to say, you better say it now. You better say it loud. Because here's what I'll leave you with. The love you withhold is the pain you shall carry. And that's all I've got to say about that. Have a beautiful day. Love and light. Peace out.